everybody, happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday.
Yes.
It is Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
We're going to Steak and Shake. Mary now doesn't feel good. I gave it to her.
Yeah.
So we're going to get something quick to eat.
So I can go to sleep.
Put the whammy on you.
You know, and I just grabbed it too.
We're waiting for our food, but we got these killer shakes in the meantime. Jesse's busy responding to all of her comments on Instagram. Mary got a chicken melt. Jesse got a basic cheeseburger. I got the royal with the egg and bacon and Parmesan fries. What? I love their food, but I hate their fries. They're so small. It's like little potato sticks. So we are back home. Not a very exciting day to show you guys a whole bunch of stuff. So we were out a little bit ago, and I'm not sure how much we'll end up putting in the video today. But there was a bear attack in Central Florida, and it happened yesterday. And of course, I made light of it a little bit. Maybe we'll put it towards the end of this if I have to think about whether it's insensitive or not. But basically, a guy was attacked by a bear along with his dog. His dog was killed, but end result was now they are trapping the bear so that they can try to kill the bear. And we made a big point of saying that probably not fair to kill the bear. But Mary and Jesse are making me second guess what I put in the videos now, so probably better that way so that they're censored a little bit, but we'll see what we put at the end of this video for you guys. And while we were on our way home from eating at Steak and Shake, we were listening to the new Winery Dogs record. Winery Dogs I love. They're playing in Florida actually in about a week or so. Hoping to check them out when they play. But for those folks that like music that we like on the channel, kind of like hard rockish, metalish type stuff, not sure, a couple listens into the record, if it's on par with what the last record was. A little more musician driven this time, like guitar type records that I remember from growing up, less melodic type pure rock songs. But anyway, new Winery Dogs record out. I liked it a little bit. Mary asked me to skip songs, so now I'm joined by Mary. Point at her head. Look, I can grab her head on this thing and like, it looks like I'm like squishing your head. Let's see if we can line this up the right way. Look at the screen.
Yes, it's Florida. I'm wearing pajamas and a jacket.
Flannel, pajamas, and a jacket. It's about 70 degrees outside. This is the way we roll here, at least one of us. And it's time for Major League Baseball playoffs. Look at this. So, this is the greatest time of year for us, like that October time period. We got postseason baseball, hockey starting, basketball starting, football going. And it doesn't get better than that for us in this house. But more importantly, we should talk about these guys, because Friday, the Mets make their run. We left New York, just so you guys should know, because I think that sometimes you guys ask us about sports teams, and we had a bunch of people asking when the Jets were just playing the Dolphins in England over the weekend. About the Dolphins. We're totally not Dolphins fans. No. That doesn't happen in this house. Well, Mary grew up a Giants fan. I grew up a Jets fan. Very, very much a Jets fan. We had season tickets for the Jets. The first couple weeks when I met Mary and we were dating, and I went over her mother's house before leaving to go over to the stadium to go see the Jets play.
He looked like
she was amazed.
Man.
Yeah,
because he was covered in like 14 layers of clothes.
Like 3 layers of long johns and a sweatshirt and 2 pants and boots and the jacket and everything. But that was Jets football, and that's what I did. Since adapted to the Bucks since being here, but still, yeah. But still, we paid for the football package so we could watch the Jets every single week also. But more importantly, with the Mets are so tied into the fabric, I think, of especially my life, that I think it was the one real thing that when we left New York, I was genuinely upset and cried about, that we weren't able to go to opening day, because that was a tradition in my house where I go to opening day baseball every single year. You know, then over the years, because I grew up, you know, going to Shea and was there for the last championship run, and we dragged Mary out when she was pregnant to the playoffs where things started crumbling, and then of course, you know, our defeat against the Yankees, which by the way, we're watching the Yankees now. We're totally not Yankees fans. Last year, if you go back in some videos, you saw me wearing a Yankees hat. That was only out of respect to Derek Jeter. So it was the Derek Jeter patch hat for his farewell year. But we will gladly call him Derek Cheater in this house. But having said that, Mets are in the postseason again. It's unbelievable. And just to give you an idea of how tied into the Mets we were, let's see if Mary can tell this story or remember. Well, there was, you know, my dad passed away a couple of years ago. Even 5 years ago at this point, but there was a conversation that we had into like a heated argument at one point at my parents' house about the fact that I had requested something specific and they had refused at that point because they said it was ridiculous, and I was so mad I didn't want to talk to anybody for days. And Mary can tell you what I wanted at that point.
I believe it's when you pass away, you want your ashes to be sprinkled on Shea Stadium, which now is the parking lot. So it's, yeah.
So at that point, my parents had said, you can't go, like, hop the wall. I'm not getting arrested to spread your ashes. And I said, that's my last wish. I want to be spread on the warning track at Shea Stadium. I mean, that's where, you know, that was my life. Living at Shea, I grew up in Flushing, New York. And they didn't want to do that. But then they agreed that they were going to do that. And in a stunning turn of events, they tore down Shea Stadium. So, but
we could still go to the parking lot and
yeah,
sprinkle them around the parking lot.
That's what I'm going to want. That is definitely what I'm going to want. And among the dust on my shelf up here, we actually have dirt from Shea. We've got this brick back here. We got a lot of Rays stuff. Ken Griffey Jr., by the way, my favorite player of all time. But and Evan Longoria, current favorite player besides David Wright. But we've got a brick from Shea Stadium when they tore it down. So we got that going on. And we've got autographed balls from the Mets. We've got this pack of gum that I believe is from like 1987 at this point, but you couldn't possibly eat anything from it. And my Mets bobblehead from the 80s as well. So that's what we've got going on, at least. And if you see me looking at my phone at the parks over the next couple of weeks, it's probably because I'm going to be very engrossed into what's happening in playoffs. Yep. So. And you just like
it's going to be like this the whole time.
It's a very tough time of year for me to want to go out, which is in contrast to wanting to get out to Halloween Horror Nights, which I'll be back there again probably Thursday and maybe Sunday. And I think we're going to hit Hollow Scream maybe on Saturday as well. So if you guys see us out there, continue to say hello. And if we have any energy, maybe SeaWorld or something on Sunday or the following Sunday. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. It's just a pipe dream at this point. The only other thing I could think about to talk about that was notable was you guys saw that the prices went up at Disney. So the passes shifted a little bit. We have our passes don't expire until December time period. And we have like the Premier Pass right now, which doesn't exist anymore in Disney. Although for everybody that was complaining about the prices that were going up at Disney, I didn't think the price difference was all that bad because now it includes Photo Pass in your packet, in your pass for the year. So for us, we actually paid for Photo Connect at Universal year over year until this year. They raised their price to like I think it was like $1.50 or $1.60. And it was a dramatic increase from like 40 to 100 to something, yeah. And that's when we said enough was enough. But have Photo Pass in the package for the Disney tickets. Didn't seem that bad. We like going to Disney still. So we'll get back to Disney. Everybody has been asking about when are we going to get back over there because we spent so much time at Universal lately for Halloween Horror Nights. I know at least I'll be at Food and Wine probably for the whole day, maybe next Tuesday. Rick Springfield's playing there that day, and we've got fast passes for that show. And Mary will probably be there just for the concert. We'll see. She may have to wheel in for that part of the show. And then tomorrow we'll be at NXT for the NXT TakeOver pay-per-view. Well, the ticket prices for Universal were rumored that they went up today, but unfortunately everybody was so forwardly, I don't think that's a word. They
No,
were
they
so,
went up in
they were so
August.
looking forward to the tickets going up in price to say like, well, Universal did it. They actually didn't raise their ticket price. They raised the parking prices.
But they did raise their prices in August.
Yeah, like
so...
May time period or so.
No, August.
Maybe it was August.
Yeah, it was
May's
August.
probably right. But having said that, the Universal prices at some point probably will go up considerably more. We got a survey about our passes probably like a good 4 or 5 months ago that asked us about different tiers and eliminating like the Premier and Preferred and stuff like that, and kind of making you have to pay for the Mardi Gras concerts or for the Christmas concerts and stuff like that. We had a really interesting survey that they sent out, but they very much alluded to the fact that prices wouldn't stay the same going into when all of this construction and updates and stuff like that would be done. So we'll wait and see what happens with that. Well, it is actually the following day, and I apologize because we fell asleep last night and didn't finish the video, but not much more to say, except for thank you for all of your likes, thank you for your comments, thank you for your subscriptions, treat others the way you want to be treated, have a great night, we'll see you guys.